Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss API request anatomy. An API request allows you to retrieve and send data to a data source or server. The API request is formed up of four things: the endpoint, the method, headers, and body or payload. Endpoint or root is the URL you request for. It follows this structure: root endpoint, resources, parameter. Parameter like query parameter, path parameter, or any other parameter. So example of some root point are Twitter root point. You can see api.twitter.com. Then similarly for Facebook graph API, it is graph.facebook.com. Then resource could be like this: cars, fruit, user, product. This is basically part of your URI. Then query parameter. Query parameter consists of key value pair which always begin with the question mark. Each parameter pair is then separated by this AND symbol. You can see query 1 is a key value, then AND symbol is separating query 1 and query 2 key value pairs. Then path parameters are something like this. You can see this 10, which is basically a product ID. Then we have different HTTP methods: get to search for the data, post to send data, put to update data, patch to partially update data, delete for deleting the data. Then we have different types of headers. So header could have any value like accept language, accept char set like UTF-8, accept encoding, authorization. Then content type, you must have seen application/JSON. Then we have our request body, also called request data, request message, body parameter or payload. It contains the info you want to send to the server. Like for login request, you send information like username and password. Here we are sending information like gender, name, email and status. Let's understand this with an example. So you can see GoRest is providing us several APIs. So basically these are our resources. Here you can see users, post, comments, to do. So it's pointing to different types of resources. Then we have get, post, put, patch and delete request. And here if you will reach to REST console, you will see this is our request method and this is my endpoint, and header value is authorization, and we need request body. So APIs are already there in my Postman. So you can see if I wanted to get all users, I need to use this endpoint, and when I click on this send button, I'm getting the API response. So you can see for ID 14 we have Rajiv, and similarly if you want to retrieve record for Rajiv only, you can use this API to get specific users, and here you can specify the user ID which was 14, and if you will hit that, you will see we are getting Rajiv record. And this is our post request. You can see in headers we have authorization, which is my bearer token, and content type, which is application JSON, and this is my endpoint. And in body you can see I am giving some data: gender male, name and email ID. And when I will hit the request, you can see I am getting the response with new ID created. So this is my request body. Thank you. We will discuss this in more detail in upcoming videos.